Yeah, so just again, basically what I'm doing is I've already got a male and a female green. Right now I'm trying to get a blue, which... There we go! Finally! Blue Chocobo. Thank you, God. Okay, so it's a male. Thankfully I have... I guess I actually didn't have to get that second green one, because I already had a green female, but hey. It was worth the chance. So now... Finally have a blue Chocobo. And this is a male, so I can get rid of the male green one that I have. Alright, so where's the green male? Just make sure this blue's a male. Yes, okay. Yes. Okay, so I don't need the green male. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, now that we have a green and a blue one, is I bought Silkus greens before, and again, you get those from the guy up near Icicle Inn, the Chocobo Sage. And you want to feed each of these, the blue and the green, 10 Silkus greens. So, I've already got mine, so I'm going to go ahead and feed them now. And this is, again, just so you raise the stats, so when they race, they have a much better chance of winning. Which is key for getting the right Chocobo whenever you breed. So that increases the stats. And then let's go ahead and feed the male, the blue one. Okay, so now their stats should be where I need them for racing. And since I used 2 carob nuts when I was doing the, when I was breeding the green ones and the blue ones, because I wanted to have a green male and a green female, just so that when I got the blue one, I would be able to breed them either way. I'm going to go ahead and grab another carob nut real quick, just for later. And then after I do that, I'll head to the gold saucer. So we'll head to Mount Coral and head to the gold saucer. So I'm going to go ahead and save, of course. I'm going to do a backup save now too, since I have both the green and the blue one, which is one of the most difficult challenges in this when you're trying to get the gold Chocobo. Okay, so for the green and blue one, in order to get a black Chocobo, I want to get them to the A class. So that's going to be winning Chocobo races 6 times. So that takes a little bit of time, but with the speed cheat, it'll go a little faster here. So, and again, if you have the old school version of the game, these things will still work. You'll be able to follow exactly what I'm doing here. It'll just unfortunately take you a little more time because you won't have the speed cheat. So, kind of sucks, but the guide will still work for you. All right, and I'm gonna do the short races again too, just for the sake of time. Alright, let's go register our racers. Alright, so again, when I do the races, I leave them on automatic for the most part. Especially since I raised their stats so much, they're intelligent enough to figure it out on their own. But once I hit this part right up here, once you see this tunnel, switch to manual and just speed the rest of the way through. And you'll make it to the end with your boost with no problems. So again, once you see that little multicolored tunnel there, that's when you want to hit your boost and just fly through it. And I usually take the items. Every once in a while I'll take the GP, but I mean, when it comes to GP, you can buy it anyway. So, and it's pretty easy to get. So I just go for the items. And if you do use up part of your boost during the automatic portion, just try to figure out where you can best use your boost and it'll still carry you through. So since I've only got like a third, I'm gonna boost right here. And you can see, like, I still had a little bit left, but if I had used it too soon, my Chocobo would have crapped out before I got to the end. So that's why I did it at that point. But every once in a while, if your Chocobo's on automatic, he won't use the boost at all, and you'll be able to use it at the end of the race. Nope, I didn't want to do that. So we're going to knock the green one out first. Again, you're trying to get all your Chocobos, the green and the blue one, to the A class. And that'll increase your chances of getting a black Chocobo when you mate them. So I've actually got a couple guys ahead of me, so I'm going to boost right now and hopefully beat them. Is there anyone ahead of me? No, I guess not. Okay. Well, I lied. So obviously as you go up in classes, the races are going to get harder. Hopefully if you use the Silka screens like I suggested, you use 10 on each Chocobo, you won't have any trouble beating the races. With your intelligence and speed and stamina, you should have no trouble at all in either the C or the B classes. Now, once you get up into the A's and the S, you want to focus more on boost conservation, controlling your Chocobo, so you want to hug the corners tighter. And that's pretty much it. I mean, your speed is a stat. So once you have a certain speed, you're not really able to change anything. But yeah, so that's basically how you want to do it once you get into the higher classes. I'll show you down the road once I do the black Chocobo and the wonderful Chocobo. So that'll come down the road here. So let's just knock these races out first. Again, it's not really hard for these first few Chocobos. It's just time consuming. That's the only downside to it. And again, that's where your boost comes in handy. As you can see, I've got the 3 times boost on, and I'm flying through these races, so. But yeah, I do apologize to the people that were on the stream. My game crashed, and apparently the stream crashed too, so I do apologize for that. I guess that's the downside of exiting out of your game multiple times. Also, once you get up into the A and S classes, the opponents that you have are going to be tougher. Okay, so the green one's already A rank. So now I need to work on the blue one and get him up to the A rank. You can see there, even though I didn't use my boost all the way, I still beat him by a big amount, so. Yep, as you can see, if you use it right at that multicolored tunnel, as soon as you enter it, you'll have, even if you have a tiny amount of boost left, you should be able to get through it with all your boosts, so. Just want to reiterate that point. Yeah, those Soka screens, if you can afford them, that's definitely the way to go. My suggestion is to have at least 300,000 gil. You can get way more than that if you power up your all materia. And a good place to do that is outside Medeal. There's a bunch of enemies there that'll give you a lot of AP. And if you use a weapon that gives you double AP, you'll get it even sooner. So I definitely suggest doing that. Also, if you want the trophy, the PS4 trophy for 99 million gil, I think it's called All Nines or something like that. That's the way you want to do it, because you can continue to master your all materia. It'll still take you a few hours to do it. I think the average is 10 to 15 hours, but that's honestly the quickest way to do it. And with the speed boost, you can do it even faster. Also, for the PS4 version, there's other cheats that you can use. So you can use the full limit break, or the automatic full limit break cheat, and it also restores your HP and MP after every turn. If that's the way you want to do it, I won't judge. Hey, if it helps you get the gil faster, why not, right? In fact, I may even do that just for the last trophy, just to get that gil trophy, so. Also, it helps when you're trying to get your one character up to level 99, which is also one of the cheats, or one of the trophies. Oh, see, there's a black Chocobo in this race. Someone's ahead of the game. See, he's giving me trouble. So you will come across some that do give you trouble. I don't think I'm going to beat him. Nope, he beat me. Those black Chocobos are tough. So some of the races are luck of the draw. As you can see, 90% of the races that I raced, I was able to come out in first place. But some will give you a hard time. It's just luck of the draw. See, there's that black Chocobo again. So as soon as I hit the tunnel, I'm definitely going to use my boost. So I don't want her to beat me again. Hopefully I can pass her. Nope. Man, she is wiping me out. Oh my gosh. Wrecking me. You didn't lose, you came in second. Quit crying, Cloud. Let's see, is that black one in this race? No. Okay, so there's no black one, so I should have no trouble with this race. Alright, so one more race should get my blue one up to the A class. And there's no black one, so again, this should not be an issue. Alright, so we've got the blue one up to A class. Alright, so we've got an A class blue and an A class green. So now it's time to go try for our black Chocobo. Okay, and I picked up the other carob nut that I needed, so we should be good here. Alright, so we'll head back to the Chocobo farm. Again, I'm going to save outside the farm. Always, before you breed, you want to save. That way you don't have to remature the Chocobos and breed again, so... Hopefully when I restart my game this time, if I need to, I won't crash my stream and the game itself, so... That happened to me a little while ago, and that sucks, because I feel bad for the people that were viewing. They got kicked out. Alright, so we're going to go back to the Chocobo farm. Again, save. And what you're going to do is you're going to, with a carob nut, you're going to breed your blue and green A-class Chocobos. And that should hopefully get you a black Chocobo. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention. Before you breed the blue and the green, you will need to do 5 to 10 battles again. This will ensure that they are mature and can breed. So we'll go ahead and take care of that real quick. And this is literally just making sure that they're mature enough to breed. So usually 5 battles is enough, but it can take upwards of 10 to mature them. So just something to keep in mind. Gotta love back attacks. Alright, so that's 2 out of the way. I'll do 5 and then we'll go see if they're mature enough to breed. If not, I'll just come back out. Another back attack. Man, I'm not having much luck with these things. Oh my god, another one. Wow. These little bastards are sneaking up on me left and right. Alright, so that's 4. We'll do one more and see if we can breed them yet. Oh, that's weird. That's really strange. I ran into a Chocobo. I don't think I'm near any tracks. Unless that whole area near the tracks counts. see, are there any tracks near me? I guess that can be considered tracks. Maybe that whole green area counts. Or maybe it's just luck, you know. You have a much less chance of encountering a Chocobo in the real world. Or when you're not near the tracks, but apparently you still can. Whatever. Alright, we'll do one more. And then we'll go see if we're ready to breed. Alright. Again, make sure you save. Can't stress that enough. Alright, let's go for our black Chocobo. Come on. No whammies. Okay, so the blue one's still not ready, so I need to go do a couple more battles. Oops. You can battle pretty much anywhere in the world, but obviously this is going to be much quicker because the enemies are so weak. Alright, let's see if that's enough battles. Do a backup save too. Every few saves I'll do a backup just in case something crazy happens. It's not a bad idea, not a bad habit to get into. Alright. See, is the blue one ready? Nope, blue one's still not ready. Jeez. Nope, 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 nope. I changed my mind. Yeah, like I mentioned before, if you do 10 battles, you should have no trouble having them mature. I'll normally start with 5, as I did just now, and see if that works, but you may need a few more. But again, if you do 10, you're pretty much guaranteed to have mature Chocobos. Alright, so if I do one more, that should be 10. So we'll do one more here. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Come on, black Chocobo. Jeez, he's still not ready. What is happening? Maybe since the blue one is a rare type, it might take longer to mature it. That's the only thing I can figure. So we'll do a few more battles here. Again, this is where the ×3 cheat comes in handy, because you can just blast through these battles like it's nothing. Especially if you're much higher level. Which by the time you get the high wind and start going for your gold Chocobo, you should be at least level 40 or 50 where I am, if not more, depending on how much time you invest in training your guys. Alright, that should definitely be enough. Okay, our blue one's ready to mate now. So again, we're mating the blue and the green. And we're using a carob nut. And hopefully we'll get a black chocobo out of this. And it doesn't matter which gender it is. Whenever you catch the wonderful chocobo, which we'll do after this, you obviously just want to get the opposite gender. And I'll probably catch 2 wonderful chocobos just to increase my chances of getting the gender that I need whenever I talk to Chocobilly. Alright, we got our black chocobo. And it's a female. So we have a black female, we'll need to get a wonderful male. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this guy. Black. It's a female, I believe. Was it a female? Let me double check that. I don't want to screw this part up. Yeah, it's a female. So we have a black female, we need a wonderful male. Okay. So now, this part can be tedious. Finding a wonderful chocobo is hard. I want to stress that. It's very hard. So, instead of catching 2, you may just want to catch 1. And then whenever you talk to Chocobilly, just hope that you get the right gender after a few tries. I'll try that first. I'll try to just capture 1 and do it that way, since that is the best way of doing it. But, so where you want to head is to the icicle area, the snowy area in the northern continent, and there's chocobo tracks there. So let's go ahead and head up there. Okay, so here's the tracks that you want. If you go to the Icicle Inn, it's right here. They're right down the road here. So this is where you're going to catch the wonderful chocobo. Again, this part is very tough. Actually, you'll have to land the high wind over here. And the way that you know it's a wonderful chocobo is it'll have a couple jumplings near it. Or jumpings, they're called. They're little rabbits. So once you find a chocobo that has a couple rabbits around it, that's how you know that that's the correct one. Now, you want to make sure that every other move you're using your greens. Because if the chocobo gets away from you, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm not sure this is a wonderful because it has a jumping. Oh, I forgot to use my green. Crap. Ah, crap. He ran away. That sucks. Okay, so that's one thing you want to make sure does not happen. You don't want to screw up like I just did. And I threw a mimic greens at it. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm not sure if it has to be only the jumpings that are there. But you definitely want to make sure there's a jumping there. So what I'll do is I'll test it. So if I run into one that has a jumping and a couple other things, I'll test it to see if that's a wonderful. But yeah, this is definitely one of the most frustrating parts because it's rare to find a wonderful Chocobo. So you just got to keep at it. And this is where having your Chocobo lure leveled up will come in handy. So the Chocobo lure materia, or even if you're able to get 2 of them, that'll increase your chances by a lot to get the right Chocobo. Okay, so this is a wonderful Chocobo. You can see the 2 jumpings next to it. This is key that you use your greens. If you forget to use your greens, you're gonna lose this guy and you're gonna be mad. You're gonna hate yourself. So again, every other move you want to use the green. Like, I'm not taking any chances that this Chocobo gets away from me. So literally every other move, I will use the Mimic Greens. And that's where it comes in handy to have the Mimic Greens in your top slot, so that you don't have to take time looking for it. Okay, so I've got my wonderful Chocobo. Now we're gonna send it to the stables. Another thing you want to make sure you don't screw up. Once you have the Chocobo, make sure you don't pick turn it loose. That is bad news bears, and you will once again hate yourself. So send it back to the stables. We've got our wonderful Chocobo. Now we're gonna head back to the Chocobo farm. Alright, once again you're going to want to save outside the farm. I'm going to do my backup save too. And since our black Chocobo is female, you're going to want to talk to Chocobilly until you get the male wonderful Chocobo. And that's literally just going in, moving him to the stable, and hoping that it turns into a male. If it doesn't, reset the game, start over. And we're in luck. With our first shot, we have a male wonderful Chocobo. So that is awesome. So, male, or nope, we're gonna do wonderful dash male. Okay, so now we've got our black female and our wonderful male. Once again, if you don't have the Silcus Greens already in your inventory, you're going to want to go buy 20 Silcus Greens from the Chocobo Sage. He's up near Icicle Village, or Icicle Inn, whatever it's called. So we're going to go ahead. I've already got the greens, so I bought 50 before I started going for my gold Chocobo. 50 will be enough, but it's going to cost you some dough. So I'm going to feed 10 to the black one. And again, this is just so that they have enough stats to win races. Okay, so now we're ready to race these guys. You're going to want to get them both to at least Class A. If they're both Class A and you're having trouble breeding a gold Chocobo, you could get them to Class S. That'll increase your chances by a little bit. But A is a lot easier to get, and then you just have to rely on the RNG gods to help you. So you can literally just keep reloading, and eventually you'll get a gold Chocobo. It may take a while, but you will eventually get one. So we're going to go back to the gold saucer. And then again, having this gold Chocobo is going to allow you to get the Knights of the Round Materia, the strongest summon in the game by far. But it'll also, if you race them, you could get some great rewards from Chocobo racing. So I'll reiterate that point once we have our gold Chocobo, but I mean, you pretty much need to have one if you're going to go for the Ruby and Emerald weapons. It just makes the fights a whole lot easier. I went in the wrong tube, so we're going to Chocobo. No! Chocobo! Alright, now we're just going to do the same thing we did with the green and the blue. We're going to get these guys up to Class A. Which, as you can see with the black and wonderful Chocobo, is not going to be hard at all. Like, I smoked everyone in this race. They're like halfway back down the track, so you're not going to have much trouble getting the A class at all. Oops. I'm really excited for Final Fantasy 15. I'm hoping that they will include something like this in the final game. But another point too is that when they remake Final Fantasy 7, they just better include Chocobo races. If they don't, I know a lot of people, including myself, are going to be pissed. Imagine how cool Knights of the Round is going to look in the remake version too. It's going to be insane. Yeah, the 3x speed sheet definitely comes in handy here. I don't recommend using the others too often during your first playthrough, just so you can enjoy the game the way it's meant to be, but they totally come in handy. Especially when you're trying to get the trophies, like the 99 million gil and the level 99. That's when I would recommend using your cheats, just to get the trophies. Also, if you guys have never played 13-2, which is the sequel to Final Fantasy 13, the Chocobo song in that game is hilarious. It's like, so deep you can ride this Chocobo. It's like this metal rock version of the Chocobo song. It's freaking hilarious. Alright, we should need one more race here and then we'll be good. The only thing I will mention is the wonderful Chocobo. You may have a little bit of a hard time getting to the A rank. I can't remember exactly if it's harder to do than the black Chocobo, but we'll figure that out here in a second together. Oh, we need one more race. It should take about 6 races to get to Class A. So I think I'm 1 shy. Get back here. You guys think you're gonna beat me, please. Amateurs. Alright, so we've got our black Chocobo to rank A. Now it's time to do our wonderful Chocobo. And again, like I said before, you can get them to Class S. It's not required to get the gold Chocobo, but it may help you. It'll increase your odds of getting one. But you can literally just keep restarting the game until you get one. It's just all based on RNG. Yep, so the wonderful Chocobo doesn't have much trouble winning races either. I know we're only in C class, but I mean, I smoked those guys, so. The hardest part of this is just getting the correct Chocobo when you breed and actually finding the Chocobos and catching them. And generally speaking, whenever I've gotten the gold Chocobos in my previous playthroughs on the PC and PlayStation version, it took me a good 5 or 6 hours to get it. I'm thinking this playthrough for the gold Chocobo is going to take maybe 4 hours, 3.5 to 4 hours. But part of that is because I have the 3x speed boost. And to be honest, when I went for my wonderful Chocobo, I got extremely lucky. Please keep in mind that it may not take you 5 minutes like it took me. It can take upwards of an hour to 2 hours to actually find and catch a wonderful Chocobo. So if the RNG gods are with you, you may get lucky, like I did. If not, don't give up. You will eventually catch one. It may just take a long time. Okay, we're already rank B, so 3 more races, we should have rank A. Assuming that I win the races. All right, 2 to go. I haven't come across any tough opponents. There is a black Chocobo that races in rank B, which he can be pretty tough. And then once you get to rank A and you're going for rank S, it gets extremely hard. You'll probably want the gold Chocobo for those races. But again, you do get some really nice items if you do that. You can also tell that I'm doing the short races. Again, when you're going for the gold Chocobo, it's all about time, how much time you have to invest. If you want to do the long races, you can. You will need to better manage your stamina and your direction. So you may want to do it manual the whole time if you're doing the long races. But this is definitely the shortest track. Pun totally intended on that one. This is definitely the shortest track to get your gold chocobo. So that's what I'm trying to show you here. The quickest legitimate way to do this. So we've got a rank A black chocobo and a rank A wonderful chocobo. Now we are ready to make our gold chocobo. Now I've already picked up my Zeo nut. If you still need yours, you can go to the Goblin Island. I will real quickly show you where that is. But you basically steal it from a goblin. You can also, if you accidentally kill the goblin, you can get it as a drop. It's rare to do it that way though, so it may just be better to try to steal it. But let me go ahead and show you real quick where that island is. So if you go up here in the map, it's right over here. So this island here, this little forest, that is the Goblin Forest, and that's where you find your goblins. So, anyway, we are ready to make a gold chocobo, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and save, of course. Now, I only went to rank A. Obviously, if you go to rank S, you have a better chance of getting a gold. But you still have a pretty good chance of getting one for this. Now, hopefully I don't need to do the battles, but I may need to since they're not mature enough. Let's see. Oh, another thing. You're going to want to release your original 2 chocobos, at least one of them. So I'm going to get rid of the good one because you need a stable for the gold chocobo. And you've already used all 6 by this point, so you need to release one to get that. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to be ready to mate yet. Let's see here. Oh, he is ready. Let's see, is the black one ready? Okay, so the black one's not ready to mate yet. You're going to want to do about 10 battles just to make sure that they're ready to mate. So I'm going to go ahead and do 10 battles real quick. Again, this is where the 3x speed cheat comes in handy. And I would just do them in this area. There's really, unless you're looking for experience, there's really no reason to do the battles anywhere else. You can go through these really quickly, considering you're high enough level. And I started this when I was level 49, I believe, on most of my characters, so once you get Cloud back after his coma and you get the high wind, you can start your gold chocobo. Another thing too is that so whenever you go on a fight ultimate weapon, you will get Cloud's ultimate weapon, which is his ultimate weapon. But if you do the Ancient Forest, which you can get to once you have the gold chocobo, you can get his Apocalypse Sword, which is the best sword before the ultimate weapon, I believe. So you can still do portions of the game before you fight ultimate weapon with his Apocalypse Sword. So I would definitely, once you have the gold chocobo, obviously you want to get Knights of the Round Materia, but you could also go for the Ancient Forest. And I'll show you that once I have my gold chocobo here, where you can find those. Alright, so that's 3 battles down. 7 to go. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they include this in the remake. At least in some variation, if not exactly the same, because it's fan service, you know? I mean, people have been playing and loving this game for years. For them to take that aspect out is just, you know, not the way to do it. It's going to disservice a lot of fans. I think this is our 6th battle. Pretty sure. So I'm going to knock out 4 more. Hopefully our black chocobo will be ready to breed. Yeah, hopefully some folks will get some use out of this video. I know there's a lot of guides online on how to do this, but some people learn better by actually seeing it happen on screen. So hopefully this will help some folks out. And it also allows you to know that this method works. That it's not just words on a paper or words on a screen. It's actually, you can see it working. So obviously, if it works for me, it'll work for you. Alright, so we'll do a couple more battles here just to make sure we're good to go. They're quick battles. Alright, let's go make our gold chocobo. So once again, save, always save before you do the mating. Cannot stress that enough. I know I've said that about 1,000 times, but sometimes we make mistakes, and you don't want to make a mistake before this. I mean, the worst thing that'll happen is you'll have to do 10 battles again, but it's a pain in the ass. Alright, let's see, is our black one ready to go? Yep. Okay, so we got our black one and our wonderful. So now it's all about crossing fingers and hoping for the best. Again, if you don't get it the first time, keep restarting, try again. And we're going to use our Zeo nut, which again comes from the goblins in the goblin forest. Come on, baby. Come on. I can't tell, is that a gold one? And we'll name him Goldie just in case, but I can't tell if that's a gold chocobo or not. Oh, I hope it is. Let's see if it's a gold one. Oh, he looks pretty gold. Only one way to check. He's looking pretty gold to me. Oh yeah, that's a gold chocobo, folks. Yep, we have our gold chocobo. Hey, first try. Wow. Well, we did it. All right, so now I'm going to show you a couple things. So we're going to what's called Round Island. If you're wondering why it's called Round Island, it's because Knights of the Round is located there. It also happens to be round. But anyway, so how you get there is you want to go up past the Goblin Forest, which is actually very close by. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on our speed boost here. And here it is. Right here, folks. We'll go ahead and save. And what do we have here? Knights of the Round, baby. There it is. And you get an achievement for it too. Round Table Destruction. Alright, so that's where you get Knights of the Round. And one more thing I want to show you. There are 3 other materia caves you can get to. You don't necessarily need the gold chocobo for those, but you can obviously use one to get to them. But the other thing that I wanted to show you in this video is if you have not defeated Ultimate Weapon yet, you can get to the Ancient Forest, which is actually here. Let's go this way because we want to go. This actually goes back on itself, so you can get to the bottom of the map by going all the way to the north. So let's go over here. So if you have not defeated Ultimate Weapon, you can use the gold chocobo to get to the Ancient Forest. And what that allows you to do is to get Cloud's Apocalypse Sword before Ultimate Weapon, so that you can play through that portion of the game with his second best sword. And I mean, obviously once you get Ultimate Weapon, you can come back and get his sword just to use it, but this kind of gives you a leg up on the rest of the journey before Ultimate Weapon. I'm having trouble finding this. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to check my map. So the Ancient Forest should be somewhere in the mountainous regions. Maybe that's why I didn't see it. Okay, so here's Ancient Forest. So it's right near Cosmo Canyon. Obviously you can't get up here unless you have the gold chocobo or you've defeated Ultimate Weapon. So that is it, folks. We can hop off and go to Ancient Forest. You'll be able to get Cloud's second best weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and save. But that's it. That's how you get the gold chocobo. It took me about 3.5 hours. Again, I was using the speed cheat. But that is how it's done. If you have any questions, comments for me, or if you'd like to like this video, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching the Gamer ASMR channel, your one-stop shop for everything gaming and ASMR related. My name is Mike. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you have a lot of good luck looking for your gold chocobo.